Hello, Governor. You're hanging out with me, PG, on the show Rated PG, and today we're joined by the very special guest, the homie, the broski, Kap Droski.
What's going on?
Same shit, different toilet. Thanks for coming out and sitting with us, broski.
Yeah, no problem.
See, we got the belt right here, folks.
Yeah, it's been a while since last show. We gotta move and progress.
You want to pick that bad boy up and put it a little closer for all the folks right here? You see this? That's what it's all about right here. The champ. Not only the champ can touch it, so I'm just getting near it, okay? But if you win the $1 show, you're the champ, you get to have this belt right here or have a picture taken with it, okay?
Want everybody to know, yes, he is a loser. He's been on the show.
Yeah, I did not win. I don't think I was top 5 even. But,
Hey, man.
I'm not trying to throw any shade or I was supposed to be 7th, nigga was 2nd. I, should have been ready when I hit the dough, but whatever, But last time you were here was last month at the Relapse Theater in July. That was a $1 show, first time I heard about it. And how did that last show go?
Yeah, that show went well. That show went really well. That was actually, I think, was that the album recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was really dope. We actually got to put up a lot more comics than we had planned to, and it still came out to us sitting down for about 2 hours, which is our normal 2:15 showtime. So yeah, it went really, really good. We got great audio from it, and we got some pictures as well we've been putting up. And that's kind of what led us to be able to get the belt because the show went really well. So, progression.
Okay, I feel it. And I believe, who I remember, the Ronnie, what's his name?
Yeah, I think it's Ronnie Fresh on Instagram.
No, Ronnie Funny.
Ronnie Funny on Instagram.
That's his name on Instagram. Steph Darnell.
Yep.
It's Steph Con 1. There was Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, Johanse, Kedar, and Marlon, they all painted out, man. Everybody had about, it was real close. It literally came down to like one vote, and then some of the stuff was like some people didn't get their votes in and took them home. Like things could have shifted, in either way, and it just, just by set of circumstances. And I think it was like over $100 in actual votes themselves,
right?
Not at the door, but in votes themselves, it ended up going to on what was it, Kedar? Yep.
Kedar, yeah.
Yeah, Kedar. And
with the leg scooter.
Yeah, with the little scooter on and everything, and we end up just circumstances of what was going on, and people's lives, and just being able to be flexible. We actually ended up having like where I think contestants ended up switching and headliners, just because of the time and other shows and how they worked out and just trying to move around with everybody.
Yeah.
Not trying to be one of them people that just get stuck on a time schedule because it suits us. So.
Yeah, that was that because everybody got their time.
Yeah, everybody got their time, and other people got to do little 3-minute increments just for being around. So
yeah, Khaled got a little 3-minute set.
Mandel went up there and murdered his little
Mandel.
Like everything just it flowed the way I feel like it was supposed to flow. The people that were there were supposed to be there, and everything else is in God's hands.
Hey, I feel it. And this last show most recently was on August 18th.
Oh yeah, August 18th.
And that's the show I was at, and I feel like that show also went really well. It was a little different than the first show that I had went to.
The first show that you went to was in tour format where we usually only do 4 people in the contestant. And it's usually that 10 minute and that 15 you see at the end, those are usually comics from that city that do that spot. So those aren't usually comics that we bring out, but being it in our city and then what we're doing and filming the album, we want to give everybody the opportunity just to, not necessarily be on the album and put everybody's stuff out there like that, because clearly we talked about this for like months before we did this, but just be able to, everybody be involved. So if it crash or burn or if it flies or everything,
it's moving.
Everybody can say, hey, I was a part of that. I know why it failed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know why, it does whatever.
But yeah, I believe this show there were 12 comedians.
On this last one?
Yeah.
Oh, including the headline, yeah.
Yeah. This one, from the people I can remember, it was Foskey,
Will Foskey, Jay Duke, Steph Darnell, Wade Ball, Sam Evans,
Derek Muhammad,
Derulio, Catherine Blanford,
that guy we keep
that was Sam Evans.
Sam Evans, okay.
Ronnie Fresh, and
there was a woman,
Sanchez. Yep, Funny Sanchez.
Yeah, and that was a really dope show too. Foskey had a really great set, and this is one of the very few shows that I've been to where everybody had a pretty good set. You know what I'm saying? Nobody bombed whatsoever.
I feel like when people talk about like, you know, other people, how they do and stuff like that, I feel like that has more to do with the caliber of the show that you're seeing them at.
Right.
There's a difference between doing an open mic and a paid show. Like, this is the show that the people who came to see the show, you know, paid for the audience. Like, when we talking the last time, we was talking about venues without really naming them, you know, and clearly without naming them, but, you know, we just did a show there. We're talking about several shows there. The venues that we do just happen to be those particular venues where people pay for comedy, so they want to see this, so they're more engaged. And just like I was saying, I think our last one, or just in a different conversation, whenever you do those shows and you really have a bad set or a bad joke, and you say, hey, well, can't get any worse than that, you get the biggest roar in the whole room.
You acknowledge it.
Because everybody's there for comedy. It's like, whoa, yeah, that ain't what we thought it was.
That did not go well.
And guess what? Now you walk off the crowd with a roar, and at minimum, you got a 3-second clip for Instagram story. Right,
you got something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is with our world.
Yeah, I was quite nervous, and you know, like I said, just lesson learned. Like, if you're comedians, anybody else, if you go to a comedy show, anything could happen. So just as soon as you hit the dough, just be ready to go.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know. And any thoughts on the next show or anything that you want to add to it or do differently?
Of course, but you know, can't get the sauce out.
Okay, you gonna hold the drip for reserve?
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting the belt, so you
No,
know,
I wasn't.
We got moves, you know. We out here trying to bust some jugs just like everybody else. We just trying to see, you know, what kind of cards we got first.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's a real belt. Like, if y'all can't see, that's not like some little plastic, crinkle stuff. That is heavy.
Nah, this thing.
That is a heavy.
Yeah.
That's a real belt. Like, yeah. Also, where can people go to find details on or some info about the $1 show?
I mean, we're everywhere where people are. So if you want to look at us on Instagram, we're on there. Look at us on Facebook, all forms of social media. In some senses, we are there. If you need to go look at it, like I want to go buy my tickets and I can't look at the link inside of Instagram and Facebook, just go straight to the website, relapsecomedy.com. You can type us in on Google, and apparently, like, we're one of the top people who pop up in Atlanta when you're looking for comedy on Saturdays.
That's dope.
Yeah, I couldn't call it. You know what I'm saying?
He's like,
it's almost like when you get something nice and you didn't buy it, and other people give you hella compliments on you. Like, all right, they had a point. Like, yeah, that's why I was like, I have no idea how it happened.
It's just, I'm blessed.
Like, you were at the show, so I literally just kind of asked people on stage, like, hey, how did you hear about this? And people say Google. And I'm like,
yeah, I remember. I was like, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know. I put my money on Instagram and Facebook and Spotify, but you know,
ain't no telling.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm not gonna lie how to word that question, so I'm gonna skip it.
Whatever gets you through the day, buddy.
So now we got through the questions about the show. So I have a few topics I want to talk to you about. Pick your brain about what you feel. I work in a restaurant with a lot of different women and stuff, and I just overhear them talking.
Okay.
And I was just wondering, do you think it's harder for a dude to find good pussy than it is for a chick to find good dick?
Well, I can tell you this. As a man who knows what it's like to find good pussy, I don't know what it's like to find good dick. So I couldn't adequately answer that half of the question.
Okay, I interpret that as I often hear women complaining about the quality of dick they're getting as opposed to hearing how satisfied that they are.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not talking to women about my dick. So, I don't know how hard it is to find good dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help
I said the same thing to him pretty much.
Alright, cool.
I was like, I can't feel you. I just kind of have it. It's like asking somebody, what do you do when you can't find good gas? You're like, I don't know. I just have a lot of gas on me at all
What
times.
do you do when you can't find somebody that can read out loud? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just write that in the paper. You just keep trying it.
You
like,
can't read out loud.
Bro, you can't read. You struggle reading out loud. Get the next motherfucker.
Is that real?
Bro, get the next nigga the book. Like, just keep it moving. Get the next nigga the book. Hey, next person in class.
I just thought about something. You know how much of a dickhead a teacher was? If you're a teacher, you know you got kids who can't read good.
Yeah.
So when you're telling somebody to read and you know you get to that kid that can't read good, you make him get up and stand in front of the class and try to read.
Hey, as long as that kid get a chance to read the paper before it gets to his name, I don't give a fuck what they do to you. Like,
right,
you
okay.
Perform, like, so they'll stop picking on your ass.
Why is it that women can't seem to find a good man, do you think? Or do you think that women take pride in no man being good enough for them?
Couldn't tell you, not helping them look. That's what I'm saying, like, I don't know.
You know, that's your problem, okay.
Yeah, shit.
What is the craziest / dumbest thing you've ever did for pussy?
Not the damn thing. But I've done some dumb shit to help my friends get pussy just because I thought it would be funny later on.
Like taking, what's it called? Like jumping on a grenade or taking one for the team?
Yeah, like, not looking, you know how, like, you know people at a young age and then you grow up and later on you kind of meet them again? Like, you know how everybody know each other in school, but you don't know each other, you know what I'm saying? And then you meet them as an adult. So it was one of them people, and it was just like on some, I was picking up somebody else, and there was 2 people with him, and he happened to be one of them. So, like, basically, we ended up being cool later on. We ain't even cool now. But we ended up being cool for a moment of time, and it was like, oh, yeah, and this one time, he got in my car back when we was in high school. And basically, we went to his neighborhood, drive around to look for a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we went to his neighborhood because he was telling us that he knew where she was, and then, like, years later, because we were in Columbia, you know what I'm saying, like Irmo and stuff like that, it's like a small town. So I ended up dating this girl. Like, not dating this girl, but just talking to this girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at it on paper, I get that, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but,
okay.
you know, talking to this girl, like, way later in life, which is funny as fuck. Like, so I knew exactly where she lived at. And then found out that this nigga had no goddamn clue. Like, that's when I figured it out. And by that time, I had knew him and was talking to him and was roasting the shit out of him about this shit. I'm like, bro, you really had us driving around when you were like 14, 15 years old looking for a girl house in the neighborhood, and you wasn't even close. You wasn't even in the ballpark, buddy.
What was he gonna do when he found the house anyway at that age?
Man, not a goddamn clue, bro. Like, I think that's why we're not friends now.
Okay, like, I think you knew what you wanted, but just not how you went about getting it.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, you about to slow. That's why I'm like, I don't understand people who, like, it's more women that I've talked to and can say, like, I haven't goddamn, like, I just forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you dropped the ball, a girl want to talk to you and you just don't know. Like, when you go through your Rolodex of girls that you actually had sex with versus the girls that you think you could have had sex with, that list is way more impressive.
It's way
You know what I'm
more
saying?
impressive.
Like, but at the same time, it's the men out here raping people. Like, it's like, think about it. Like, it's people, it's women in your mind you think of right now, all the way back to elementary if you can go back that far.
Oh, yeah.
And you like, yo, I probably could have hit that. Or they even tell you point blank period years later, like, man, I used to think you really cute. I'm like, I fucking knew it. But it's people taking it.
The whole thing.
Like,
I would, bro, what? That's those girls, like, you can't really tell if they want you to, but they want you to, but you're just not sure how you want to do it.
Man.
And it's like something to, like, why didn't you just, like, grab me and kiss me? Like, because that's forward as fuck.
In the past, at 28, in the past, I would just say 20 years, just including, I can remember maybe like 4 to 5 women all together, like how we met and had sex. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you, every motherfucker that I know that thought we could have, like, wanted to talk to me, I can tell you those people. Like, I can tell you a lot of more people that I know for a fact used to want to talk to me, but I didn't see it at the time, and I realized it.
Yeah.
Like, on some, oh, damn, I was not smart. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I missed that entirely.
Man, could have went well. But at the same time, it's people taking it. That's why I'm like, bro, what is going on in your life that you are taking this? Like,
I need that.
Like,
God.
like, oh, Jesus, man.
What happened?
Just play the odds. Talk to more people. Like, have conversations. Ride the bus. Damn. Like,
you know, I saw her. She looked at me. I fucking wanted it. I don't know. That's, oh God. I don't know. That takes a lot of something. You got to be fucked up in the head, or at least just not give a solid fuck about a wet thing.
There's a lot of shit going on in your mind. One of them got to be the ultimate level of boredness. Like, before you even get to the fact that you're horny and all this, like, man, you've had to be bored for about 10, 15 years. If you just decide, I'm just going to start taking it. And you're like, bro, that's just weird.
But I think that's about all the time we got for today.
Hey.
Is there anything you want to close out with, Mr. Kap Droski?
I think that if you go to the Coca-Cola factory and you get a water, that's the equivalent to somebody getting butt naked and giving you the foreplay to give you a hand job. Don't come here and give me some shit that I was going to already get inside of my Coke. I just say that because I went to the Coca-Cola factory and I was full and I didn't want nothing to drink, and then they kept trying to offer me the Dasani. And they got mad when I was like, no, that's like trying to give me a hand job. That's what I'm trying to get some. Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I want some ass, but not right now. Just give me 5-10 minutes. Like, I just wanted my girlfriend, and this shit kind of pissed me off. They didn't like that either. You can't really talk about hand jobs in the Coca-Cola factory. Just want to throw that out there.
Who'da thunk?
I wouldn't really put it on the list, but it's on there now.
Well, alrighty. Is there any upcoming shows that you're going to be going to or hosting anything?
September, where's my phone? September 9th. September 2nd, I just got booked for this show in Cabbagetown. I think it's going to be a going away party. Mm-hmm. Somebody's moving, I think, to like China. Or something like that. Yep, to China. That's a farewell. That's April in Atlanta. That's going to be on September 2nd. September 9th, we got a $1 comedy show. You can find the tickets at relapsecomedy.com or just on any attachments to our Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, on Snapchat. Street Vine, got a lot of stuff going on. I think we're probably going to end up... You want to be on Street Vine?
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to put Piere on Street Vine.
Rated PG on Street Vine, folks.
So, yeah, well, I'll do that. And then I'm just, you know, as you can see, I'm playing it by ear.
Yeah, and we'll take it from there, folks. Alright, thanks for coming out. We're coming out here on Rated PG, Kap Droski.
Absolutely.
And hope you guys have yourself a fantastic day. And au revoir.
Look forward to seeing you on streetvine.net.
I'll be black, if that's all white with you.
I'm gonna stop taking you in public.
Hold on, do it.